Hello, friends. Thank you for joining me for this very important topic, and it's all about handling chaos well. So, I decided to take a little bit of a break from the normal business topic and talk about mindset and how to manage your mind throughout this season that we're in. A lot of people don't know this, but even though I do business coaching as the majority of what I do, business coaching and training, I also do a lot of mindset work with people. And I've been studying the mind for the last 2 decades now. I'm fascinated with the mind and the thoughts and psychology and the brain. So I spend a lot of time researching and contemplating and thinking about the mind. So this is my jam. I love this stuff. The reason I chose business is because I love working with entrepreneurs like yourself who want to grow their business and have the tools to do it. But also what happens, I kind of think of it like an infinity symbol like this, where I teach the tools, I help people take action, but what happens is you come over here and you bump up against a mindset block. You bump up against a limiting belief, a negative emotion, a fear, a thought, something that holds you back. And it's not until we work on this area and we get unstuck that we can come back and keep flowing and taking action in our business. So that's generally how it flows with most people that I talk to. And in this video, I want to share with you some ways to manage your mind throughout this chaotic time that we're in. All of us are feeling it. Every single one of us is affected by COVID-19, the coronavirus. So every single person that you're coming in contact with, online and offline, has some experience, has some fears, has some opinion on what's going on, and a lot of people are fearful, anxious, worried, really feeling this. So I want to address a few things and give you some ways to think about it that might be helpful for you, things that you can take away and run with straight away. I'm not sure where you're at personally. I would love to hear how this is actually affecting you and how I can help you. And I really believe at the moment that it's important for us as leaders, I know you're here because you're a leader, that as leaders we step up and we rally our communities and we do our bit to be part of the solution, to be part of helping people to manage what's going on and to be informed, to be prepared, to be responsible, and also to really find out from our communities how we can serve them, how we can support them and help them through these times. There's quite a few of you on here now. I think it's because it's such a timely topic and it's so important for us to gather as a community and talk about these things. Some of you are home, you're home from work. Some of you are wondering what the next things are going to happen, what's going to be released on the news. You know, every day is changing, every day is different, and we live in uncertain times at the moment. So I want to give you some keys and some tools that are going to help you through this period for yourself, but also for your community, for the people that you are helping and serving, the people that you're, maybe you're the leader of your family, or you're the leader in your business, or you might live alone and you might be a sole trader, but you have a community online. So some things that are going to help you in your community as well. Hello, thanks everyone who's joined me. Caroline, Amanda, Dimitri, Mari, Paul, Louis, Dominica, hello, how you going? So Amanda is in Bali. She's feeling very uncertain about flying home into the chaos. Amanda, coming back into isolation. So that's how you're feeling. How's everyone else feeling? However you're feeling, remember it's okay to feel however you're feeling. It's so important at the moment to be honest and transparent with people about how you're feeling, and also to not try and suppress feelings, because when you push it down, eventually it's going to come back up. So sometimes it's good to be able to just, state how you're feeling, but also we need to go beyond that as well and look at what we can control and what we can't control. So I'm going to give you some keys for that. I really strongly feel that it's important for us to remember how much we can control. I teach a model called the TIER model to a lot of my coaching clients when we talk about mindset. The TIER model is a 4-step model, and it basically shows how circumstances are not the thing that actually drives our feelings, our actions, our results. Circumstances are neutral. So the facts about the coronavirus, the facts about everything that's happening with the pandemic are neutral. They are a circumstance. What we can control are our thoughts, which is the T in the TIER model, our emotions, the E, our actions, the A, and the results. So TIER, T-E-A-R. You might want to write that down. If you're a coach, I recommend, it's so important at the moment to be coaching your clients and managing their thoughts, because we cannot necessarily control the circumstances, the events that are happening, the facts. We can't necessarily control them. We've got to be careful with what we view as facts and making sure that they're not our thoughts about the news, for example, or assuming that the news is facts, or assuming that how someone around you feels is the right way to be feeling. So it's important to remember that circumstance sits over it as something we can't control, but what we can control are our thoughts, our emotions, our actions, and our results. And it actually goes in that order. It always starts with our thoughts. So our thoughts about the circumstances are going to lead to our emotions. Our emotions about those thoughts, our emotions that come from those thoughts, are going to lead to our actions, and that's going to lead to our results. So I'll give you an example. The circumstance is that the supermarkets shelves are empty. So that's a fact, that's a circumstance that's happening. Our thought about that is going to determine our emotions, right? So some people are panicking, are fearful, are worried, are stressed, because their thought is, we're going to run out of food. When's this going to end? There's not going to be enough for me and my family. Those thoughts are driving the emotion. There's other people going to the supermarket, seeing it and going, oh, they're out of stock. They'll stock up again soon. And that thought that everything's going to be fine, that I trust that I'm taken care of, that that I'm okay, is leading to the emotion of calm and peace and joy, and maybe you laugh about it. And so you can see two people with completely different experiences of the same circumstance because of their thought, right? And then they get home, they're moody, they're stressed, they're fearful. Their action is maybe they take it out on their partner, and then the result is they build up even more stress. So you've got to separate the facts from the actual your thoughts about the facts, and remember that a lot of what we're seeing in the news is what we're seeing is the media wants us to watch it, right? The media, the whole job of the media is to get eyes, get attention, get us watching it. So even someone like myself that doesn't normally watch the news is watching it because I want to be updated, I want to be informed, right? That part of our brain that wants to keep us safe, remember our brain's job is survival, that part of our brain is actually wanting to be updated, wanting the danger, wanting to know about the danger, wanting startling news, actually looking at it in our phones and on our computers and on our TV, because that's the brain's highest priority, is to keep us safe. So when you mix that with the media's desire to constantly be wanting to get us watching the news and get us, you know, eyes on the television or eyes on the newspaper or magazine or whatever it is, it's a cocktail of fear that's happening and panic and everything. So we've got to remember that it's super important what we're putting in our eyes and our ears at the moment, and being very protective of our eyes and ears. I view them as like gates, like our eyes and our ears gates. We've got all of our senses, but our even rational, calm people are getting sucked into this feed, and we're being fed. I feel like it's called feed for a reason. We're getting fed constant fear and panic, and that part of our brain is actually getting addicted to it, and we're feeding it. And so the more we're consuming it, the less we're looking at all the beauty in the world. all the love, all the communities rallying together, all the support, all the wonderful things in the world, we're filtering them out because it's like we've got hooked on this feed. And I've got a few recommendations when it comes to these things. So I've got three don'ts and 3 do's that I recommend in order to manage this chaotic time well. Thanks to those of you who have joined me. Hi Joan, hi Angie, hi Gaynor, hi Nicole, hi Nabi, and hi Solin. Great to see you, great to have you here with me. It's just so cool that we have this community, that we can all be together online. I'm so grateful for technology in times like these. So 3 don'ts. The first one is, it's really important that you don't look to others to decide how to feel. It's so important at the moment that we are leaders, that we take on leadership and we become great role models. A lot of people are looking around at people's eyes, are looking at the news, are looking at the feed to decide how to feel. You ask someone how they are and you almost feel like you've got to adjust how you feel to that person. So if they're panicking and worried and fearful, you can almost feel a little bit bad that you're calm and happy. And I'm feeling that at the moment because I feel very calm and I almost feel tempted to go into guilt for feeling calm and feeling happy. It's affected me. I've had to change things. I know people that have cancelled and postponed all sorts of things, but the level that it's affected me is not, I'm not dying. I'm not in hospital. I'm you know, like the level of panic that's happening is not in direct proportion to actually the people that are suffering with the coronavirus right now. The fear is actually mostly coming from not having enough food and not knowing who might give you the disease and all of those worrying thoughts. So as a leader, as a role model, I recommend that you don't look to others to decide how you feel. You use your thoughts to decide how you want to feel. What thoughts are going to give you the feelings that you want to have, that are going to give you the actions and the results that you want to have. So really take a big picture view of this. Step back and say, okay, this is a moment in history. We are on this journey together as the humans. This is our journey right now, and we get to choose how we decide to view it. We decide what we choose to think about it. How do you want to be known 5 years, 10 years, 20 years from now as to how you handled 2020 and what's going on in the world right now? So we get to pick that. We get to pick how we want to feel. I want to feel calm. I want to feel creative. I know that the more calm and happy and at peace that I am, the more that I can help other people. So it's really important for me to stay calm. And to do that, I have to choose the right thoughts. So I have to choose to trust. I have to choose that I'm protected. I have to choose that I'm doing the best that I can to protect myself and the people around me. I have to keep repeating beliefs. I'm going to be okay. This is going to blow over. Whatever happens, I'll handle it. And I don't know if this is weird or sadistic, but I quite like going to the worst case scenario because it makes me feel better. Because the worst case scenario for most of us is probably death. And I'm not afraid of dying. Like I don't fear it. And I kind of don't want to lie in a bed sick. But if it happens, I'll handle it. You know, this is what we're presented with, and we get to choose how we feel. So don't let other people dictate how you want to feel. Whether, you know, you might want to feel upset, you might want to feel disappointed, and that's okay. You get to choose. All of us get to decide how we choose to feel. Okay, number 2 is don't feel bad for feeling any feeling. Don't feel bad, don't feel guilt, don't feel shame. Whether that's feeling like you should probably be sad right now because people are dying, but you don't feel sad, you feel happy and you're getting on with your life because you know that if you stay on purpose and not get distracted, that's the best thing that you can do for the world right now. Don't feel bad for that. Don't feel bad if you feel sad, if you've had to cancel an event, if you've had to you know, if you've got elderly parents, it's okay to, you know, feel upset, to feel disappointed, to feel those feelings and not try to buffer them away. And by buffer, I mean avoid them, numb them. There's a lot of memes going around, and I think so many of them are funny. In fact, I posted, post your funniest meme, and I'm having a good old laugh about so many things like the toilet paper shortage and all of that stuff. But something that I think is really important is that when it comes to like canceling events and all that type of thing, that we don't take it lightly, that people have been suffering and struggling and we can actually help them. But it's so important that we don't get sucked into it, because it's the leaders that are successful that will stay calm, that will stay relaxed. Because when you're stressed, you don't think clearly, you're not intelligent, you don't make smart decisions. As emotion increases, intelligence often decreases, right? So it's okay to feel what you're feeling, but please don't numb yourself. What I was going to say is those memes going around and talking about putting on weight because you're in quarantine, you're in social isolation. The bottle stores are next to run out of liquor because we're in quarantine. It's kind of funny. But I actually felt myself wanting to go and buy a bottle of wine because of those memes going around. Don't buy into that temptation to just go, oh, I can't go to the gym because of this season. I'm just going to enjoy myself and eat and drink. Keep your routines. Find creative ways of working out at home if you don't want to go to the gym. Running outside by yourself rather than in your running group. Whatever it is, just keep yourself healthy. Keep your routine, because in a time like this of uncertainty, you want to give your brain certainty. My friend Josh said to me today, it's so important for me to keep my routine, to keep healthy, to keep doing my workouts, to keep making healthy food, because that makes me feel better, and so keeping your routines and giving your brain a level of certainty will help it. Remember, if your brain just is slightly freaking out or has a few pangs of fear, it's doing its job. Nothing's gone terribly wrong. Your brain is meant to throw up these feelings to protect you. There's nothing wrong with feeling these feelings, but please don't push them down, repress them, or feel bad or guilty for them. Okay, number 3, don't give in to urges that don't serve you. And I just mentioned that about you might get an urge to want to drink or to give up your healthy routine or to just stay in bed and not focus on building your business because the world is kind of on a standstill. Don't think of the world on standstill. That's just coming from your brain. Your brain can choose whatever you want, however you want to see this. You can say, right, business as usual, or you can say, oh, I'll just have 2 weeks off and I'll deal with it later. So don't give in to those urges that your brain will try and tempt you with. One of the urges that I'm suffering with at the moment is wanting to be tempted to look at the latest on the news, but that's not helping me. It's not serving me. It doesn't make me feel good. So I'm pouring my energy into my business, into helping people, into coaching more people around their mindset, helping people with their emotions. So don't give in to those urges. How are we doing, everyone? Which of those don'ts do you think is something that you could take on? Don't look to others to decide how you feel. Don't feel bad for feeling any feeling, and don't give in to urges that don't serve you. Amanda says, yes, it's addictive. Trish says, I'm taking it day by day. Yep, it's a good way to do it. Day by day is good. Hello, Sarah. Good to see you on here. Hi, Mick. Hi, Murray. Murray says, thank you for sharing that. I feel almost guilty for being well. Yeah, don't feel guilty. When you're well, you can help more people. Hi, Rebecca. Good to see you on here. Okay, here are my do's, 3 do's that I recommend. Remember, all of these things, take or leave what resonates. You have to do what feels best for you at the moment, and there's no right or wrong way to do this. We haven't done this before. We've done similar things in history, but most of us haven't been through something like this to this scale before. So there's no right or wrong. You know yourself best, and all I'm asking is that you honor you and you take a step back and you really decide how you want to think and feel about what's going on. Okay, so number 1 is focus on the thoughts that make you feel better. What do you need to think about that's going to make you feel better, make you feel calm? So maybe you could post some in the comments so that we can share your thoughts, because I think we can all do with some nice, healthy, feel-good thoughts. What thoughts help you feel better? So for me, like I mentioned, I trust that whatever comes my way, I can handle it. I trust that the authorities are doing the best that they can. I trust that I will be provided for. I know that I have a great community. I know that I can learn from this. I take this as an opportunity to grow. Like, what are some of the thoughts that help you feel better? And recognizing the thoughts that don't make you feel better, that make you feel worse. There's no point suffering for no reason. There's no point sitting in anxiety when you have tools and resources and people that can help you get out of it. So I allow myself to indulge for a couple of minutes. If I feel it all the way through. I try not to numb it, but then I'm like, right, come on, Kat, what thoughts do you need to be thinking? Sometimes I'll just stop and I'll sit on my chair and I'll just write it out. Positive, helpful, happy thoughts. We're not denying the facts. We're not putting our head in the sand. You're looking at the facts and deciding what you want to think and feel about them. Number 2, increase positive input and decrease exposure to the feed. How much time are you spending on your feed? Now, by feed, it's that constant stream of input coming in about what's happening in the world. So whether that's through news, whether that's through Facebook feed, Instagram, whatever it is that you're feeding yourself on, that constant updates of information, how much time are you spending on it compared to how much time are you spending on positive input? So you really need to double down on your positive input at the moment. Positive podcasts, positive addresses on Facebook, positive time with friends. At least match it. If you've spent 2 hours on your Facebook feed or on your news feed today, spend 2 hours listening to a positive podcast, a positive YouTube, watching positive YouTube clip, having a positive conversation with a friend, getting a coaching session. Coaching is one of the best things you can do at the moment, because coaching lets you let it all out. It's like cleaning your house. You can let it all out, clean up your mind, and have a listening ear where you can actually just process it. Those of you who are watching that are coaches, we need you at the moment. Don't be scared you're going to run out of work. You have so many people that you can help. Please don't sit back and wait for them to come to you. Be reaching out, asking people how you can help, offering free coaching sessions, helping people out with managing their mind. This is what we do as coaches, is we help people manage their mind and focus on what they want. So remember to have that positive input constantly, at least more than the negative input. Gaynor says keeping to a routine is important. Absolutely. Otherwise we will all go mad. Yep. Don't lose the healthy balance. Nice. Hi, Aaron. Hi, Ben. Hi, Stephen. Hi, Kelly. Amanda says, I trust that I can handle what comes my way. That's one of the best ones, because that's saying whatever comes my way that I can't control, circumstances, I trust that I can handle it. You can, Amanda. You absolutely can. And you enjoy Bali. Everything happens for a reason. Be flexible and adaptable. Be kind to each other. Nice. Awesome. Okay, number 3, and this is probably my favorite one. Use this time as an opportunity to get stronger, be creative, and innovate. Be stronger, be creative, and innovate. And this is growth mindset. The people that have a fixed mindset, they are like, I know everything, it's all bad, it's getting worse, I'm panicking, I'm worried. People with a growth mindset go, bring on the challenge. How am I going to learn? How am I going to grow? The world is going to get better from this. There's so much good that's going to come from this. And our filter systems change. If we're filtered to see all the bad, we'll see all the bad. The fact is, at this moment in time, the percentage of people that have corona is very small compared to the rest of the population that doesn't. We need to take precautions. We need to be careful. We need to be safe. We also need to remember that We can use this as an opportunity to grow. We can innovate. We might have to pivot. Those of us who run live events, we're having to pivot that portion of our business at the moment. There's opportunity to grow more in online spaces. There's an opportunity to have different conversations. It's like a bit of a bringing everyone's limiting beliefs to the surface. When they're in the surface, we can actually deal with them rather than having them pushed down. So that's why a lot of personal development events actually trigger people's stuff to come to the surface, because then you can actually deal with it. So this is an opportunity to get stronger, to look at how you can innovate, be creative, band together, form great, stronger communities, and do your best to be part of the solution. So the 3 do's: focus on the thoughts that make you feel better, increase your positive input and decrease exposure to the feed, and use this as an opportunity to get stronger, more creative, and more innovative. I encourage you to ask yourself, where am I needed and how can I show up there? Where am I needed? Who needs me? Who needs me to be a strong role model? Who needs me to remain calm, even though I'm tempted to indulge in those urges to panic? Please reach out if you need help. If you're a business owner and you need help in your business, you're struggling with the mindset aspect, you've got any aspects of fear or doubt or worry, I'd love to offer you a free coaching session. Hi, Nicolene. I'm going to be putting the link in the comments. If you haven't had a session with me before, jump on a free 30-minute coaching session and don't suffer alone. You know, business is hard enough as it is, but doing it alone and doing it in seasons like this, even harder. So I'll just share the link in the comments. I'd love to hear from you. Out of the 3 do's and don'ts, do you agree? Do you have any other tips for handling this chaotic time well and staying calm in the chaos? Please post it in the chat box. Remember, you're a leader. And your community needs you. So please don't retreat and hide away. Be visible, be out there, start conversations. Remember that there's still so much beauty and hope and love in the world right now, and you're probably seeing that as well as, you know, the other stuff. So please reach out if you need help. Be a great, strong leader in your community, and most of all, we need you. So look after yourself and take good care. I look forward to chatting to you soon. Pop a comment in the comment box. I will reply personally. I'd love to hear how you're doing. Please connect in, and I reply to every comment. Pop a hashtag replay if you're watching on the replay, and reach out. Look forward to seeing you soon. Bye for now. Take care.